Heather. I think I did that before.
Talking way too much. I won't be able to write. It's like a bad.
It might snow tonight. We might have to cut you off if it starts snowing.
That's fine.
Really?
Everybody, I believe in 6:50 time to run out there and get an apple.
I got attacked in the parking lot. I know you did that.
Yeah.
too.
This is gonna be great.
No meeting.
Okay. All right, so meeting called to order at 6:40, 6:38.
You talking to your microphone?
Yeah.
Check.
Okay. Is that good?
Okay.
Testing.
The minutes from this month. Do we have those?
Here, Jesus. Yeah.
So I can write on them.
You should have it.
Do you need the old
I
minutes?
have February's. Oh, never mind. Here they are. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. All right. In attendance are board members Arden Staff, Barb Ressman, Wendy Johnson, Nicole Lewis, and Lauren Hebring.
Irig.
I'm going to have trouble with that for a while.
Okay.
Heather Manda is absent. Township Representative Jack King. No public attendees. February meeting minutes submitted for board approval. Motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Financial status update, Jack?
Today we received $500 from Chrome, so that puts our donations up to $3,750, and we have about $7,050 in application fees, so total of $10,800.
Nice. Easter event, Sarah Segs were out of budget. Heather let them know that we were just not going to be able to go that route this year. She did ask them if they would be willing to donate anything to us, so we'll see about that. We got the Reese's, they're in, and the plastic pre-filled eggs are due in tomorrow. We don't have a photographer because our usual photographer is out of the country. Heather has touched base with
Redford.
Redford. Yeah.
so when we hear back from her, we'll see about that. Otherwise, Sean over in Generations, she has offered to help us anytime, and she also said she would be willing to take pictures too, depending on what we have her do. So
That's good.
the sign-up sheet is ready. We are going to be releasing that, I believe, this week. We're going to make sure, as we talked about before, only the small 3 and unders are going to be allowed to let the parent out on the field with them. Heather created a flyer today that we have ready for posting, so are you going to post the flyer and the link tomorrow?
Are we good? She had to take off goodie bags was where we stood with that.
Yeah, so we're waiting for that.
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
we're good. Once that's removed, we will do that.
Update on the bake sale?
Right now, I got a person from the community that reached out that's getting back to me on what they want to make. But I have some egg cutout cookies, just a random cookie. Wendy's friends doing Texas sheet cake, and Amy, your friend's doing bunny bait. And then I'm doing cake pops. And so we have like a good start, I'm thinking. I think we'll get some things closer too. I know Wendy said Sean was going to post it in the Generations. So hopefully, I don't know if we could just keep an eye on that, or they'll probably sign up on the form and then you'll just let me know.
Yeah, she'll let us know.
And
The
then-
one you got that reached out to you, is that one you picked up off of the email? 'Cause there's one in email.
I did not know there was one in email. I got a 570 message from the community. No, 972 was the area code. So
Okay, yeah, there's one in email, so.
Okay,
I
I'll
don't know
check
if
email.
maybe She tried to contact both ways, or if it is somebody different.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I could check our email. And then my plan we'll have one more meeting before the egg hunt, right?
Dallas, Texas.
Yeah,
Okay. Because I am off the Friday before the egg hunt. So I am offering to do pickups to people who can't bring them to the township.
oh, okay.
And then I don't know if we want to set a time for pricing here. I'll have my kids with me though, by the way.
They're sweet.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Riley will love to help with the stickers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of just, I'm thinking of logistic wise, we'll probably have to price everything and
Yeah.
the Friday before.
And we're also gonna have to get together too beforehand to separate
For
the eggs,
prizes.
how many we're gonna do in each group, but of course, we won't know that until we see how many we have signed up in each group.
Yes.
I did bring in the stuff from Sky Zone and that. Lauren is gonna go ahead and take the cups with the, coupon in it and put cellophane around it,
Okay.
so those stay together. The shirts and that with the cups, we're just gonna put in Jack's office for now, because we really can't split things up by age group until we see how many prizes total we have.
Mm-hmm.
So,
How
That's
many bake sale items are you asking for if anybody's interested? Like or just
Like
whatever they make.
about we're 1 to 2 dozen max. Like we don't want
really?
more over 2 dozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
if somebody wants to, we'll take it. But
Okay.
She
Yeah.
doesn't wanna.
But like
did-
realistically, like we're just
Yeah.
looking for a dozen, you know.
okay. I did post it in our neighborhood Facebook
Oh, great.
too, so maybe
Oh, that's good.
we'll see.
Yeah.
If you end up needing more, I can try to do something too.
Yeah, I texted the person like what we have already to see what they wanted to do, so I'm waiting to hear back. But I know we don't have like some standard like brownies or Rice Krispie treats. Like we're just like missing a few of those.
Okay.
Portman's was way too busy today, but I'm going to ask them for a few pies. I know Beth there, so I might do that. And I also reached out to Batter and Dough to see if they had any like, you know, odds and ends.
I know we want free, but Penny said, I said, if we order some cupcakes, she said, oh, I'll give you a deal on them. So,
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to spend any money, but.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
could let you know if it gets down to that
Yeah.
for sure.
in
But I think
in
we have a
pin-
good
in
start.
pinch.
Yeah, I think we'll get more closer too.
so,
But I
too.
think we have enough to try it.
And
know?
I think, Barb, we are gonna have you go ahead and see if the coffee truck wants to come.
Okay.
Perfect.
Tom's,
Yeah.
okay. I'll
I know
reach out.
some moms that are coming that will really like that.
Yeah, and then I think we can say, you know, even if they're not doing the Easter egg hunt, you know, come on out and support our bake sale.
I was thinking
get a
that
cup of
too, like
coffee.
our wording. Yeah. Yeah. So we could definitely promote that on the side.
Yep.
And then can you make sure we are going to tell the coffee truck it is going to be $50? Is that what we agreed to, or how do we want to do that?
I mean, what is the,
At least $50 or a percentage, with a minimum 50.
or
So,
percentage?
because he might have his way of doing it, you know, he might already, like,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
we know that Kona Ice is always 10%. you know?
okay. Is that how
So-
we charge $50? Is that what we do?
That's what we were trying to do for this year. Last year, we just we were trying things out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And free
Okay.
coffees for us.
Were you going to ask that mud puddles?
So that's Arden's guy. So if I'm fine with whatever one you want, I have my people for Fall
Yeah,
Festival.
and you get
Okay.
fishing derby from Mud Puddles.
Oh yeah, can you set up mud puddles for fishing
okay.
derby?
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
because it's probably going to expand.
It's nice
for-
to rotate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have some people that are excited about that traveling toms that they used them before, so I'm excited to
Okay.
try it too.
I will call him.
Okay. So Jack, did you have something for us to rope off the area that we're going to hunt, or do we have to pick something up?
I'm gonna, we've used that spool we bought 3 years ago. We've cut it and recut it, so I'll just get a brand new. It's a 120-foot spool, maybe a little bit better quality than that last one.
Okay.
So I'll make sure I have that, and then, you know, we'll go through what's down there to get rid of it if it's not, you know, because it's dirty, it's frayed, it's, you know, I don't think we have a good 100-foot length right now. So I'll make sure we get another spool.
And do we need to do that Friday, or are we doing that day of, like mapping everything out
We usually do it day off.
Yeah, that we usually do.
that morning? Okay.
Yeah. We have Mike the Blue Guy here 9:30 to 11:30, so gives the kids something to do. Raising Cane is supposed to be here too with their, and then the coloring contest also. So you need. Are you going to use the same picture you used?
We're going to
last
use the
year?
same picture. There's no year on it, so that was my plan with that. And as we get prizes in, we'll consider the prizes put aside for that.
Yep.
And then we'll have Heather make a extra flyer or a post about it. Jack, will you do the picnic tables again? I think you got 5, or I don't think we need that many, or maybe 3
Remember you had them move them over by
by the bathrooms.
open area between the concession stand and the restrooms for us.
Yeah, let's do 5 because people might want to enjoy their coffee and bake sale item too. So that might be a nice option for
Yeah, that's
people.
true.
What
And then
time
so
do we want the
we'll need
coffee
5.
truck?
I would have them here by 9:30,
9:30,
because if we're, like, people are gonna be signing up, registering, bringing their kids,
Yeah.
you know.
We don't want them driving
That's why we
through.
start the balloon guy at 9:30 too, to
Okay.
give them.
We'll need tablecloths for the coloring contest tables as well.
And I think we have
crayons
and stuff still in the
We have crayons,
concession
and I have a
stand.
bag I'm going to dig up. I went through.
Yeah. Okay, is Eaton Park, have you heard back from them?
I have not, and it's a lengthy process, but they have
Yeah.
gotten back to me. I think it's like 42 days or something you have to wait. So I have not heard back yet.
Okay,
So that's more to come. So that might be what we do Friday if last minute, but I'll know in advance.
Okay.
They usually tell me.
okay. Anything right now on the Easter egg hunt?
So we're not going to do hay, right? The hay bales. But are we going to do flowers? What do we want to do?
I sent you guys a picture of how we did it the first year.
Yeah.
I was thinking if we take a picnic table up on stage, remember, and then we put a hay bale on the picnic table, and I sat on the hay bale. And then we had the bottom part was open, the kids could, but then you brought your bench. You know what I mean? So we just put that in front of it. It's just like with me standing there and that blanket blowing around, I just think it would be better if we used a picnic table and like decorated it. You know, if you saw the picture, we did flowers on it, then we had like a couple bales of hay. So,
Okay.
I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think, I mean,
I think we definitely need flowers. I don't know.
yeah, I mean,
Are you sitting on the hay? Do you need the hay?
I was gonna like picnic table and then the bale of hay, and then I sat on the bale of hay with my feet down on the thing and on the table, and the kids could sit on the thing underneath.
Where are those
I
Mickey
mean, if
things
you're,
from?
if you're a parent and the kids, unless you think it would be better if I'm standing behind your bench.
You're not gonna stand there.
I mean,
No.
because I have to have somebody that says, "Hey, 10 o'clock." You know, what I mean, the kids come charging up and stuff like that, so I can't be left alone. So I just
Right.
thought if I'm on the picnic
Yeah,
table,
who's
I
the
can't.
bunny attendant?
But I mean, picture-wise,
I'm
whatever
usually
you guys
bunny
think I'll do.
You can. I like the prize table. Do we want to divvy up jobs?
Yes, one of the things Sean also has over there that she's gonna put up, she actually has a sign-up sheet to help, and she has price tables, she has.
Oh, okay.
Bake sale,
Mhm.
like she broke it down into sections.
Aw,
So if there's something in particular they've cared about doing,
perfect.
she broke it down that way. So
Okay,
that
we'll
was
see what
really
they come
nice.
in with, and then we'll divvy up
Yeah.
where needed.
And also the other thing is she said that if we do decide to sell anything out of the concession stand, she's quite willing to work the concession stand. So I didn't know
Yay.
if we should like maybe have a hot dog and juice pouch and something for $2.50 or $3 or something, or if it's worth it, or
I think it's going to depend on the
lots
water.
of times it depends on the weather.
I mean, it's
In the
10 to 1,
water, yeah,
so
if
it
it's
is
gonna be
going
on.
over lunch time.
Yeah, the way this winter's going,
Yeah.
I know.
who expected this morning? But hopefully by then, I mean, I'll let you know as soon as they say they turn the water on. I mean,
Okay.
that changes everything. So
That,
we gotta,
yeah,
Yeah,
and
let's
that
do
is
that.
something we can decide.
And that's why
closer
we
to.
set it up like this. We have the bake sale as a plan B, but we could always. And Jack, are you getting the same pretzels? Myself and the kids love those. So
you like those pretzels?
loved them. Does everyone else like them, or was it just me? I
I
like
thought they
never
were
ate
good.
the soft pretzels were so good.
Yeah, if I get the right ones. The last 2 boxes we got.
Are you talking about the old ones or not? Or the
The
recent?
ones this year, they were like sweet. I love them.
Okay. Yeah, I know. which
My
ones
kids
we
loved them too.
We got 2 boxes. They were almost raw. They had to be.
Really?
Jason had to almost re.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
they
never
were very
mind.
doughy, like,
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 different types you can get. So.
Okay. Just thought I'd mention it because they were so good.
And along that lines, I mean, I've got to order soon, okay? Because in order to keep the coolers, which have been there since 1996, and they're the best coolers Coke ever put out, or that company ever put out.
Yeah, he tried to take them. Remember, he was just here.
With my dead body. I need to get 15 cases. Okay, so we've got to decide 15 of what? You know, like staple type things, Coke. You know, Dr. Pepper if you want it, orange, you know,
Gatorade.
whatever it is.
The Gatorade was a hit with the kids. The Powerade or whatever, they
Always
loved
is.
all that.
And
Yeah.
surprisingly,
Powerade
Dr.
stuff.
Pepper, people would, once they saw it, they went.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
say everything you had, I think, went. I don't think there was one thing that didn't.
Yeah. And do you want to stay with the bottles versus the cans? I mean,
Oh.
people like the 16.8 ounce bottles.
I
I-
like being able to close
I do like a
what I
bottle.
drink, especially when you're a place like a park where there's lots of bugs and.
And are we making enough money back though? Should we look at the reimbursement of either option?
I've pretty much doubled the price on that.
Okay.
So if we're going to make money, it's going to be on drinks.
Okay. Yeah, and those do go.
Yeah.
And then I think I wanted to do like a popsicle or something option. So you order from Sam's? Is that where you're
Yes.
going to get everything?
Well, I order from Sam's. I'm not overwhelmed by BJ's.
Yeah.
They do not have a good selection.
I agree.
Sam's will bring it in. Amazon is good.
Okay.
But yeah, take a look at Sam's primarily.
Okay.
If you want to go outside of it, that's fine. I just don't know about delivery or pickup. So,
Got it.
I mean, Sam's will deliver it, which
You can't
takes a
beat
load off
that.
everybody.
And then the cheese machine, are we getting rid of that? And then we're going to do crock pot?
You know what?
Well, we're going to use crock pot, but
Yeah,
what?
we're-
Yeah.
Yeah, I have crock pots I took out of there to make
Yeah.
room, so I can bring those back. That's not a problem.
I can too.
Crock pot's still the right way to go. I don't know what we're gonna do with that machine.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we've used it successfully 1 year, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll see. Well, yeah, I don't anticipate using it this year.
Okay. Yeah, because I think buying the cans. Oh, can opener. Can you put that? We need a couple of those.
I thought we did buy one.
We had to borrow Barb's at Fall Festival, and
But
then
then I
it
think we
broke.
bought one.
Did we get one? Can you?
Yeah,
Can we just
think
get
we
a
did.
couple?
yeah, but
We'll check when we clean the.
Yes.
Get a
I'll
good
put-
one. Don't
I mean,
get
we
a
can get an
dollar
electric
store.
one for $10 over.
Yeah, we need the Big Daddy one because
Well,
those cans are big.
I'm gonna get a better one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one that's gonna be there for a while.
Yes,
But
let's do that.
even the handheld ones. I mean, the ones you get $1, whatever
No.
that place is over there.
Because these are commercial.
All right. How many do you want? You want to have several?
I would just say like 2 or 3 in case one breaks.
Well, we definitely need them for the cheese.
Yeah,
we
that's
need
always
cheese
the
things.
drama. That takes us like 30 minutes to open when we're like,
Kunk, kunk.
You take a thing and you go. boop.
yeah, and then we're.
There is a chopper thing that Wendy has been hot after for years, so that's down there.
Vegetable chopper.
What else?
Oh yeah, your chopper.
What else did I put in there?
Oh yeah, your pretzels are called sweet dough pretzels. That's why I like them.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking for all the pot holders and stuff like that we bought. It's all
I
like veg.
bought all new ones.
Did you?
They'll be down there.
Okay.
Bought new ones.
Oh, I gotta
Yeah,
go
just
get my.
get out of here.
Better go. Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh,
I'm gonna board a coat.
so do I have permission to buy flowers? Do we have money to buy?
Yeah,
in
that's the
budget?
thing. We,
Okay.
as of right now, we are still very unsure of our financial situation this year. So we do want to keep things very reasonable. So if you can get somebody to donate them, that would be wonderful.
But probably that's not going to happen. I mean, normally I end up going to Giant Eagle
Yeah.
or Bednar's. And
You know,
and
surprisingly, Giant Eagle does donate.
I'll ask, but if not,
Well, you
Does Sam's
have one
Club
of our
have any,
letters with you.
Jack? Like, I'm
Right.
looking up Sam's Club Easter flowers. Like, is there anything we could just add to our order?
well, maybe somebody else should do that. Because I'm not, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No. Do you want a cap on how much you? I mean, what kind of flowers are you talking about?
well,
I don't know what the
I
price.
just don't want to, if I hand you a receipt for $25, is that okay?
$25 is nothing. Okay.
Okay,
For
well,
flowers,
that's what it
but-
was last time, and I kind of got, we don't have money, so I just don't want to do it again.
Well, figure out what you want, and
Well, that's generally what, for like 4, usually you get like 4 things, and, like tulips, hyacinths, 4 things to, that just kind of balances it out. and-
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know flowers, so
Is
I
that
don't
okay?
know what it looks
All right.
Oh, is there like just something we could buy that like to reuse? Fake flowers won't look good.
No.
But is there like some type of like just
And I know,
Easter
like,
thing that we
Aldi-
could just
Aldi has
have each
plants.
year?
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking about. Like
Well-
something to stick in the hay,
Yeah, I mean, if there's something you could put, maybe
like a reusable option.
Okay.
the one year that we got the mums, I think they planted them next to the concession stand.
Mm-hmm.
Good use of them, I thought they were going to put them in front of the stage. They just put them in the pots in front of the stage. So, I mean, that's a good use of things. That was around Fall Festival time.
Yeah, that looked nice.
But yeah, I mean that's not that much, I mean, in the big scheme of things. So just whatever you. I mean, just make sure you all agree on it. So.
Do we do the hay too? Is that what we're doing?
Didn't
he
somebody
thinks-
donate the hay last
Don't.
year?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and if we just need 1 bale, it's just, yeah.
Well, looking at Arden's display, how did? Are we doing
so
that?
he's sitting on it. Like, you
He's
can't
sitting on it.
Can you see the picture? Like, he's sitting, and I think that was during COVID. I think
That's
was
what I'm
why he
thinking.
had
That
to
gives me
That's right,
COVID
yeah,
vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was, and because I saw those things that Jen made.
Mm-hmm.
You took those back.
I think they're in the concession stand. Are there?
No, she took them back.
She did.
Those
Okay.
ones are pre-her. The
Oh,
things that are in
okay.
there are pre-her, which we talked about getting them repainted so we could use them.
Yeah, we have something.
We
in
have
here.
the wooden signs that we're going to put out on the
Yeah.
way in, for sure. Okay.
There's 2 bales of hay in this one. Oh, I see the tulips behind it.
So he mainly needs one to sit on.
I mean, are we gonna morph it, you know what I mean, to whatever? I was just trying to think of a way that the kids could sit on the bench part of it, and because I was able to sit on the thing and have, you know, the feet are this big, so it's kind of,
But
What-
can we not make it COVID vibes? How can we not make that look like COVID? Because it looks like, like social distancing.
yeah.
So how can we have you
It was then.
How can we have you seated?
I know.
But make it
that's
look
why I'm
not
open for
COVID.
anything. I'll stand there for 2 hours, don't matter to me.
No,
But
that's-
I
You
just
don't know
thought,
how you're going to be feeling.
I know,
Right. So let's plan for a seat. I feel like all Easter bunnies are seated.
Yeah.
like
That's
Santa
a
Claus.
standard
Yeah.
picture.
All
Them
right,
seated.
Since that cat's out of the bag, what's plan B if Arden can't?
I'm not doing
Oh,
it.
no, I can do, no, I mean, I'll be able to do it, but I think it's Monday, so it's not, I mean,
Jack.
I think,
Jack.
I'll be fine.
Jack buddy.
Don't you remember the first year?
I don't fit in that thing. So.
I had my
Stop.
COVID shot. We'll be being taped. I had my COVID shot in Greensburg, and then the next day was, remember, because I was
Yeah,
like,
and
if
you
the
didn't
Easter
feel good
Bunny,
after your
we didn't know
COVID
what was
shot.
going to
Yeah.
happen. Remember, I said if the Easter Bunny keels over on the thing, grab it. But no, I'll be totally fine. I just thought, picture wise, and I stand there. And they take the pictures, but I thought if we built it up and made a nice little I don't know. I'm open for anything we come up with. I'll do it.
Well, we can do the hay bale, one hay bale to sit on. I don't think we really need them on the sides, but we
Yeah,
can.
no, I mean, like I was just trying to think. If it's a picnic table, you want to mask it, make it not look nice. I think in that one we did flower. It was a beautiful day though, if you remember. It was like the first.
We're gonna stay positive.
Yeah, no.
The weather's gonna be good.
She was announcing out there about touch a truck, Jock, because it's like a madhouse right now, and Teresa's out there, and everyone's going, what number? What date are you trying to get? What date are you trying to get? What date are you trying to get? So the number one person came up there, and they go, what date are you trying to get? And now she says, oh, June 21st. I have to have that one.
Which pavilion?
I know. That's what I'm saying. So, but everyone's grabbing you, and I'm going, I'm cold. And then Teresa, I said, I tried to make it a big deal. You know what I mean? She goes, you'll have to do it all in the morning. So anyway, but I got it. I'm number 6. If this is,
Yeah, so you come in
Yeah.
2 minutes to 6 tomorrow and go right to the front of the line.
I'll be at 5:45. I'll be here.
What drama?
Anyway,
Okay, anything else right now on the Easter egg hunt?
And
Where
then
we
we talked about if we'll assess the prizes, but buying the cocoa bombs from Saris.
Well,
$4.95?
we're gonna still have to wait and see about money right
Yes.
now for that. That's what the other thing I meant to tell you. The $50 you're picking up from,
Is April 1st now.
yes, that is actually going to either be used for prizes, or if we still at that point need to buy like the little goldfish or something that we're going to
Okay.
do for the toddlers. But that's what that's going to be.
Well, then you
used
just want me
for.
to pick it up that day. You'll just tell me.
Yeah.
That way we don't, because it's already
should
April
know by then
1st.
what we need to buy.
Exactly. And I'll just pick everything up
Yeah.
then.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know why I'm having a hard time hearing Nicole.
Sorry. It's
No,
like,
it's not your fault. I just
like
it just-
leaning.
it does sound mumbly, and I'm
I
going to go
can't
over
make
here.
out some of the
Yeah,
words that you're
I
saying.
can't
me, it
see
doesn't
you,
sound like
but
you-
now I can.
There,
Okay.
now
Now
you
we
Is this
hear you.
better?
Yeah.
I was like
Much better.
cracking
Much
my
better.
neck.
Try the next sheet.
I was talking about, I did follow up with Saris. I let them know, I was like, hey, we haven't received a lot of our funding yet. So we're, looking to buy some prizes at a cost-effective option, or if you have any donations, and I gave them the donation letter. I did find on there, they have these like Peep cocoa bombs. They're like $4.95. It's like really cute little box, and it has a marshmallow Peep, and you put it in, it's like makes hot chocolate. So I thought that was like a good option to get 2 per prize point. So like I was looking at our ages. How many groups do we have?
Four, right?
So we would just need like, 8 times 5. But hopefully she could give me a little discount or something. But something to add in last
What
minute.
size cups?
No, it makes a hot chocolate bomb, so the kids go home and put it in. It would be a
I
prize.
thought you wanted for that. Okay.
Nope. Yeah. So I'm looking to buy those as additional prizes as we're waiting for prizes to come in. So, and if that's something we could, I could buy and then reimburse for the bake sale funds or something, like
Yeah,
we could do something like
would
that.
work.
Yeah.
Okay. Fishing derby updates. Heather's working on the flyer. Jack, you want to give us an update with sturgeon, and then
Yeah.
how do we want to word it on the flyer that we are teaming with sturgeon?
Yeah. Sturgeon Fire Department contacted, I guess, Wendy. They contacted you via email, text message, and said they wanted to be a part of our fishing derby. They think it's a great idea. They've got a tiny little stream over there, and I don't know if everybody knows where Sturgeon is. It's other side of McDonald, on the way towards Robinson, back roads, that type of thing. And there's a wealth of knowledge there. And Wendy and I set up to go over on a very, very cold Friday, and of course Wendy backed out, but I braved the elements and went over there, and just incredible group of people over there, and they want to do a lot of things. And we talked through everything. I kind of broke down our expectations of the day, the reason for it, and that type of thing. They would like to come alongside and partner, and I think partner is a good phrase, because they want to help out with the fishing derby, similar to what Richie Meadows did. So there'll be people to help us stock it on Friday, and we're on track to stock again. Let me reiterate. Let me review everything so that everybody's on the same page. I've already talked to Laurel Hill Fishery from Somerset, and they are going to get us as close to 220 trout as they can. They are having a blight issue, so she said she might not be able to make 220. It might be more like 190. I'm not really worried about that, because everybody that fishes for the Derby do not pull 200 fish out of there. So, and then what you'll see, for anybody that hasn't been through this before, there are going to be lurkers that are going to be coming in off of the Montour Trail. They're going to be sitting in the parking lot, wait until that hour, and then they're just going to converge on Miller's Run.
Can sturgeon help with that? Like the policing of?
Oh yeah. That we talked through that.
Yeah.
But, that's between the time it's stocked on Friday and the time it starts on Saturday. Okay. I came down last year about 11, and I found 3 kids hiding behind trees fishing, because they knew the fish were already in there. So
I know I kicked people out that day.
well, I talked to Sean too, our police chief, and they'll do what they do for the fall festival. They'll walk through there, just to make sure. I understand they grab a couple, that's fine. We're not going to miss them, but it's the intention.
Yeah,
we
it's
stake
for the
it,
kids.
We stake it days before. We put signs up when we say, park closed or fishing closed until Saturday at 2 p.m. or something like that.
And they'll be like, "What? What do you mean? I didn't know. I'm new to the area." That's what I got.
Does that apply to me?
Yeah. What? No.
So, yeah, we're gonna help. They're gonna help reinforce that.
Great.
Sturgeon's gonna come in, along with Nicole's phenomenal dad and everybody. We're gonna stock the 8 holes that we now have out there. That means they'll be acclimated for the next day. The one fisherman over there says, well, they need 12 hours. Well, okay, that's close enough to 12 hours. 12
Yeah.
hours.
Do you have a time? What's that time?
It's a window.
Okay. What ballpark?
Yeah, it's probably going to be anywhere between noon and 3.
Okay.
Because they have to leave. Depends on how many stops they have to make
Yes,
between here.
I remember
here
that. It was
some-
closer towards 3. It was pretty
Yeah.
late last time.
Yeah,
3.
and then
Yeah.
the more people we have, the quicker it goes.
Uh-huh.
Because the guy just stands up on the truck and puts them in those little buckets.
Yeah, I had
and-
fun doing that. I loved that.
That was fun.
It was fun. I brought my boots. Was
Somebody
in?
fell in, and that was, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, there'll be probably 4 or 5 people from Sturgeon coming over. They do want to add some things to the event, which is going to increase the time. The one gentleman wants to have a kind of a workshop for first-time fisher people, teach them how to cast and everything. So I'm going to get the 5-gallon buckets, and that's how we used to do it way back when.
That's fun.
That's probably going to be between 8:30 and 9:30, and that'll be all them. It's not that any of us have to be here at that time, but I think we do have the balloon guy, or who's coming in at 9:30.
Not the Mike the Balloon guy.
At the fishing derby?
Like, not for
No,
the fishing derby.
we don't have
No,
that
we
at
don't
the
have
fishing
for
derby.
that.
Nope,
Don't we have somebody coming in?
nobody.
No, we
Just
don't.
me.
have
Mud,
fishing.
mud puddles.
Mud Puddle's a coffee truck.
There's
No,
somebody
we-
coming for the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, we don't do an entertainment. We do a prize table and the free meal,
Yeah.
the hot
Okay.
dog and chips or whatever, fish.
Everybody kind of stays at the creek anyway.
Yeah.
It is really.
Well, yeah, but I think.
But
w-
kids
if
get
we're actually
bored.
going to have a derby where we tag the fish and stuff,
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
where are we
to
at with the
control
tags?
yeah.
that we can't.
So one of the guys wants to bring his boat just to, like to show like kids, like
My dad's gonna love all these people, just so you know.
it's like touch a truck. They can get on the boat and they can see what it's like and that type of thing. Another guy wants to bring a few divers. Not that they're going to actually go in the stream, but show what divers wear, and
Cool.
kind of, give that kind of a lesson. So there's going to be things going on that once kids get bored, as we know they do,
They do.
they catch a fish or they don't catch a fish, and then it's like, oh, a bird, and off they go.
And all the dads are just fishing.
Yep.
This is going to be something for them to, for their keep their attention. So,
I agree. I love this.
and then we'll see where it goes. They're excited. They were just kind of waiting to find out when registration was going to be. And if you want to send the notes that I gave you from that meeting, I didn't make a big to do of it because it was so early. We're talking May.
Yeah.
But we had. We had the Easter egg hunt in ahead of that, so
So they're not bringing like any additional like people to fish.
No.
They're just doing.
Well, I mean, we're going to let them invite people in their, the kids in their
When-
community.
the kids.
But we're increasing the number we're going to let in too.
Okay.
And
So
are
that's
we
what you were gonna
are we
talk
still
about.
going to do 15 and under?
we are going to do 50. We've talked about it because you don't need a fishing
license.
license until you're 16. So that's been leaving a hole from 12 until
Right.
15. That it's like, well, we could include them
Exactly.
as well. And that's something that's going to have to be discussed early on. The one thing
Yes.
Dan used to do is start everybody. Instead of everybody just coming and going right to their spot, we need to start and say everybody meet at the stage. We're going to go over the rules.
Yeah. I like that.
Keep them busy until 10 o'clock.
Yes.
That's the official
But
start.
see, everyone wants their spot though.
Yeah.
How are we going to do that?
I don't know.
It'll be like Black Friday, them running to their spot.
Well,
Stay other way.
the ones that come in like 6 in the morning
Right.
and go in and set their chairs up.
Right. What are you going to do about that?
Along with the signs, we're saying no fishing until 10 a.m. on Saturday. That we put at every single hole. All right. I'm gonna request that we rope off the bridge going over to Pavilion 3.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's a good idea.
And just say fishing derby starts here, and that's going to be at the stage.
Great,
Well,
that's a
yeah.
Great idea.
But what about the area right here, this big hole? A lot of people go to this hole.
Yeah.
What are you
yeah,
going to do with that?
That's where we're gonna have to rely on like your dad and others to say, hey, everything
Yeah.
starts down there.
And then what about the net option?
Yeah, that I'm still working on. I actually have to get DEP approval of that.
Yeah.
But with or without it, I am putting something across there so that, and that's going to be there from Friday when they stock it till probably the afternoon on Saturday.
Yeah, I think that'll help.
Yeah.
And so, like, as far as, I guess we just need to brainstorm on how we're going to execute, like, advertisement of the workshop and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So that's really what we're going to have to sleep on and
Yep.
figure out how we can. And unfortunately, you are going to have the dads that are going to be fishing for the kids.
Yeah.
I think we just need to remember it's a kid.
Well, if we have
situation.
enough people along the creek too, that make sure nobody is catching a tagged fish that the parent did it. You know, like,
But it's too hard. But like my dad gets it on the hook and my kids reel it in.
yeah.
Like that's how they fish at that age.
And the game commission, the game warden kind of turns a blind eye to that.
Right. That like my dad's a fishing guide and he does that for fishing guide. Like he gets them on the line and they reel it in. That's how I fished my whole life.
The thing that's bad though is like when you see these guys that are fishing there with no kids around.
Correct.
Right.
That's what is totally
And I saw
different.
a
But if
bunch
you
of
see
that
the kids
last time.
playing in the mud and the dad's fishing, that's just what the kid's just bored, you know? And I think that's an
But I think, too,
expectation.
Sometimes there's no kids around.
Correct.
If we
Just guys with
increase
no
the number
kids.
of people that are here, the number of kids that are allowed to fish,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to see less of that because we end up with some holes with no kids at them by such and such a time.
Yeah.
But if we let the older kids in and they really like to fish,
I think if we
that'll
get
help
the
that.
older kids in, I think that's going to be great.
Yeah, I think that'll help that.
And that helps. We've had an upset resident that we don't have anything for ages 15. So this is one of our kid events that we now can appease.
That's a second person I've heard. You know,
Yeah.
that said that. And
So
you know, granted, they're a
we're
little bit old-
listening.
What's that?
We're listening to what
Yeah.
they're saying, you know?
And I mean, we got that hole in the law that says you don't need a permit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so okay, why don't we? I mean, we can exploit that and make more people happy.
I
So,
agree. I think that's great.
You know, one thing we could do, though, when you mentioned about whether or not we have Mike the Balloon Guy or anybody coming for that, what we could do is we could take our swimming pools, and we actually have a few of the prize things over there still, those ones that have the little fishing rods with the magnetic fish.
Oh, yeah.
And we could put those out there and let the kids, the smaller kids, like have those to play with and fish.
But now I need a duck pond with a prize table.
What?
I need a duck pond with, you know, the
Oh.
carnival
Oh, yeah.
with
Yeah,
the
but we
duck.
have enough.
I know. But like, that's where my mind went. I was like,
Yeah.
that'd be
Didn't the
cute.
first year, I think we were going to do like a duck race, the rubber ducks.
Yeah.
remember?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Put numbers on them.
Community day. Why don't you do that?
I think that's a great idea. for
Can we
me.
do?
That's-
a
But the
good
ducks
game,
will be
yeah.
so
Great idea.
expensive. We would
We
need a
need some games,
sponsor
I
I
because
got to get them now though, because those ducks go fast.
and they're expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Oriental Trader has them. Right?
I know for a price. I bought like a 20 pack for my kids' Halloween party, and they were like $15.
Yeah, we did pretty well in Oriental trading with the stuffed eggs. Okay, so like I said, they should be in tomorrow. I don't mind. I mean, we should be getting another coupon here pretty soon. So, I mean, you tell me what you want.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun! I did that at a campground, and
Now
that
the
was
question
so fun.
is, would we sell them?
yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be money.
Okay.
Yeah,
Heck
like
yeah.
$5 an egg. And
They
$5
sell
a
them and
duck.
They name them
Yep.
and then
Yeah, well, they just get it. All they do is they just get a duck, like it has a number on it, and then whatever one wins the race at the end. Or you put your name on it. It'll be like Lewis or something.
All right. Since we're brainstorming, since we have 8 different holes and there's a little drop on each one,
Yeah,
why don't we have prizes for the duck that gets to this
first.
part first?
Yeah, like actual
And then-
prizes, and then cash at the end.
Right.
I'm in. I won't be here for Community Day. However, I'm in. It's Christmas in July, my favorite weekend.
So really, all we'd have to do is number them, and then we'd sell the number,
Correct.
and then we'd
Or they like put their name on it or phone number. I forget how the camera. I think it was a number. You're right.
number, and then we have them written down.
Just like like the 50-50. You just put number 1, Nicole Lewis. Yeah. Super fun. But we would have to, I could bring some of my kids' ducks and we could test it because we want to make sure the stream moves.
Well, they did one
Well, we have-
year. The Historical Society did it, right? They had a duck race.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Do they have the ducks? Can we get
Yeah.
them off of them? How about that?
Yeah, they did. I know I've seen it on Facebook. They did
Like
a duck
recently?
race one year. And
Get the ducks off them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was them. I don't think it was the.
Yeah, but by the same token, it's just like everything else, down at concession stand. If it works and we're going to continue to do it, we should have our own.
We should have an investment. Yeah.
So, all right, let's see. I'll check with Historical Society. And did they call your brother yet, brother-in-law? You said she was.
Not that I know
Okay.
of.
She'll probably call tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we'll get a price on it. Now, how many do we need?
Yeah, I'm going to look at, well, That's what I mean. We'd have to have enough. And I'm just going to look into other like duck races to see what the rules, the prices. I'll do some research on duck races for the
bigger
next
one.
meeting.
Be thinking about where we would release them upstream.
Correct. Yeah.
Do we start back at the first hole and let them come around that turn? Do we start right at the bridge? And
We
let
have
them
to
go all
try
the-
it.
Yeah, I'll have to walk it and see.
Those are some things we got to think about.
Yeah, I'll dig up my kids' Halloween ducks unless Jay threw them away. We'll see.
Yeah, and the water level's gonna be a lot lower
Right.
in June.
The
than now.
drought,
Like, now would be
weather
a good time.
permitting. Yeah. What if it's flooding? When did it flood last year? Was that the summer? April. So not doing it then.
That's when the DEP project turned upside down.
Mm-hmm.
All those timbers and everything they had, they did all that work. They were
Yeah, I
all downstream.
remember. Yeah.
And then the borehole opened up,
Yeah.
and we had no water past our property line down here. So
Duck
it was a
race
rough
research.
year last year.
Yeah,
I
we
can
did.
raid my nephew's Jeep for.
Oh yeah, get them off the Jeep, people. I have one in my car right now. We could go throw in the stream.
Hey, Joe,
but
quick
it's
question.
dark.
When you said partner with them, does that mean that they'll be available to maybe volunteer at the other events with us too?
Well,
Or just that one event?
We were talking about for advertising, and we were partnering with them for the fishing derby.
I know they don't have a park, and they were like
Yeah.
wanting to get.
You know what? We can ask.
Yeah, I mean,
She said they were when she and I talked. She said they wanted to get involved in community events, but they didn't really have a park to do
Yeah.
anything in.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I'm sure they're open to the.
I
Would
think
they-
that's a great idea. It's a great resource for volunteers.
Yeah.
Responsible volunteers.
Absolutely. Will they help with any prizes? Because I know we did prizes last year, and then Richie Meadows showed up with more, and like that would have saved us a lot of money if we
Let's
didn't.
ask. Let's go.
Can you-
Candy's very approachable.
Yeah, because they'll be like, "Hey, we're like in the process of getting prizes together.
Actually, when she called me, she said they had stuff they were going to.
Yeah, can we look at that?" And then you also mentioned like for first timers, we still have the fishing rods from Cabela's, and somebody did ask on the Facebook if bait and stuff will be provided, and I did respond saying we have extra rods if
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to kind of advertise that, or if the first timer person, I don't know where to go with that.
We have about 21 rods that work well.
Oh yeah, our buddy fixed them for us last year.
Just so you'll know, I have the pegboard with the hooks that are going to go in the concession stand, and I have the pole holders to go in there as well. So it's not like they're going to be hanging or just sitting in a corner. They're going to be hanging up. Right. I also have.
Oh, nice. That's way better.
I'm building up the tackle supply with hooks and sinkers and that type of thing. So we're going to have a decent amount of fishing gear down there
good.
for everybody to use. So all that to say, we can tackle anything like this.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have at least 20 rods. You put that other one in my office. And I'm going to test that out. But we'll have at least 20 rods that can be borrowed by anybody coming in. So in the advertising,
That's what I mean. We need to put that out there.
when we put it out on like Gianni's pizza boxes and that type of thing, that's still one of the best ways to get stuff out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could go for a
We're
pizza.
doing about 500 to 600 pizzas a week. And, if we get it to them in plenty of time, they'll go through those flyers, relatively quickly.
And can you save the one in your office if it's packaged? Can you save that for a prize?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's still sitting right where you left it.
Perfect. Because I
yeah.
guess I need to start working on prizes. I'm trying to do Easter, and then I'll just hit that
Yeah,
next.
yeah. And I'm keeping all the edible stuff and everything down here.
Good.
We do have a mouse problem down there, so and they're going to address that. Rick's going to address that when weather
weather
gets
breaks.
a little bit better.
Yeah.
When it's not 36 degrees out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
more to come on that.
she did say that they had stuff down there they were going to give us.
Yeah,
so
like-
we were going to go through it when I was there, but then when I ended up not being able
Yeah, I
to
was
go-
excited when you guys said that. I was like, what do
Yeah.
you get?
Yeah.
Now we have Sign Up Genius. She wants to know when that's going to open up and that type of thing. So if you could touch base with her, if you want to come
Yep.
in, and we can give her a call, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me actually get the thing made up, and now that we know more about what we're going to do, and I'll come in Monday or Tuesday
And
at the
Arden, you're
latest.
going to book Mud Puddles for Fishing Derby.
What'd you say?
Mud Puddles,
Yeah,
coffee truck for
that's-
Fishing
I was
Derby.
just going to say, what time do you want Mud
And then,
Puddles?
yeah,
By 9:30.
Not by 9:30.
this is for Fishing Derby.
Yeah. Because
And
we're
we'll do
10
it-
to 2 on the fishing derby.
Okay.
And we're doing either $50 or what percentage of sales?
Yeah.
Yeah, minimum.
With a minimum of 50.
And then we'll work on the concession stand menu closer.
Yeah, I mean,
We still need to do the hot dog. Are we still doing the hot dog? Do we have room for that? The free meal, or how do we want to do it? Make it just
Well-
a $2 or?
well, what we did for the fishing derby was the kids ate for free.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Hot dog. Do you want hamburgers? Do you want? Chips. We have drink.
I think for the kids, the small hot dogs and like the goldfish was really cute
Oh, yeah,
if they're
yeah.
cost effective, because that's like a cute option. And the drink.
I like that.
And then we put it in the to-go container. It was all confined. They could just like grab and go. That was really nice. Yeah.
And like I said, Sean said anytime we do something in concession stand, because like Community Day, we usually, have Billy Ann do it.
Yeah.
She's willing to help.
Well, I'm not capable to run the grill. Were you
What?
there when
Yeah,
that happened?
that's just it. I won't.
I'm
don't
not. Yeah,
either.
so we could do hamburgers, but I'm not able to grill. I'm just like really bad. I almost caused a grease
I
fire.
don't know how to do it.
But I will.
Jason said learn. I'm
I
like,
know. He.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make him come work the
Which,
grill for that.
Yeah, we want to send him the link for Easter so he can go ahead and get Lincoln signed up. Okay.
Okay.
Did he?
Why? Aw, he's honorary.
And
Yeah.
Gianni's wants to bring their 4 kids, so I said bring them.
Yeah, I think we're set with it too. You can set. Okay. Okay. So that's everything on that for now.
I'm so excited by all of that. That's going to be really fun.
Oh, can I ask one thing?
Uh-huh.
Everybody keep your eyes open for any of the buy 2 get 1 free hot dogs like at Shop and Save
Okay.
or Giant Eagle. Arlene used to keep me on top of all
Aw.
that stuff. And
Bless her.
I mean, the one year it was like buy 1 get 2 free, and we had more hot dogs than we knew what to do with, but it was a good deal.
No, it's a good point.
We made some good money on that.
Now that they don't send the ads out with anymore in the
What did
mail.
you know? Did you know Sam's Club
I
you could
get them.
buy cases of their churros like from their order?
I've heard that.
We did that for my daughter's fiesta party. I don't know if that's worth looking into. That would be like a nice sweet treat. We would have to put them in the oven, and I think it came with the wrappers. Like Disney has the big wrappers. It comes with those.
Why don't we get some and then let everybody decide if you want to put it on the menu?
I think we should get some churros, and it's like concession-y, like.
Yeah, it is.
And I think I'm gonna try. We need to go back. We need like a better menu. We're gonna have to go back to that big one, the Big Daddy one in the back.
Oh, that you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we could look into getting him back.
Oh, those menus were for Arlene. That was so they could do the slips out front.
Yeah.
Just so you'll know, I don't mean to dominate tonight, but we are looking at swiping. Cash is still going to be available, but we
Nicole has
want to use
something.
credit cards, debit cards, that type of thing. So.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm really excited by that. Are we getting an ATM for Easter, or is it too low of
I talked to him about 2 weeks ago, and he said he's going to play it by ear. He said because at some point, granted, he's making $5 a transaction. They did over 800 transactions at the Fall Festival.
I still can't believe that.
He did really, really well.
Right.
The problem is I can't guarantee that volume on every
can't.
one of those events. And I told him, I said, some are really big, some aren't. And he said, well, we're going to have to go event by event.
Yeah, I would definitely skip movie nights.
Yeah.
And I think Easter, we should possibly skip, but definitely Community Day.
Yeah.
And yeah, we could definitely think about this.
When you guys were talking about putting flyers on the pizza boxes, was that for the fishing derby, like to get
That's for everything.
to try to get awareness about the events?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it usually goes out. We were doing well with it going out a week in advance, but for these bigger events, I'd like to maybe start 2 weeks in advance, and they're open to it. Really, all they're asking us to do is to put a QR code on certain places around the park, so the kids, when they're here, they could use their smartphones, and they'll actually deliver, to wherever the kids say. So we're working on a QR code, and it's
Does
just,
anybody else know how to do them?
QR codes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you go to their ordering site and create the
Gianni's?
QR code for
Sure.
us?
Yeah. I was gonna say, have you guys contacted the schools at all about sending out an email blast for
Lauren,
the event?
can you
We've
talk to
done
the
it
microphone?
for,
I was asking if they've
For Muse Elementary.
I
asked
think
the
they did it for
schools.
Trail Treats.
And touch a truck
They,
too,
they might
right?
be open.
Yeah,
like
touch a truck. Yeah.
they're able to send out, like, if you create a PDF, they can email blast it to all the parents. So it might be worth a shot
Yeah.
to see if each building, if you're trying to get more people.
Yeah, they've been real good. We mostly had contact with Muse,
Mhm.
and then Hills Henderson came on board last Trail Treats. That she actually came over with the Muse principal. Mostly with the high school, we've been in contact with them for volunteers from the kids.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. We
Yeah.
need to reach out to all of them. You know, some of the events are just for Cecil residents, though, just because they get very expensive.
Yeah.
Especially, like Trail Treats where we have, guest people come in, and so.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the whole district.
yeah.
Like, each building
But touch it-
individually
yeah.
can send out. So you could, I mean, we could try just the Cecil schools, and they could.
But touch a truck. I mean, we could do all the school district. Touch a truck, community, fall festival. I mean, community day. We don't care who comes. That's not one that's like we're having to.
And the fishing derby, we sometimes we have to actually limit it
Oh, okay.
because
of the-
we only have
yeah.
so
Too
many
many.
fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the other things, we want as many people as possible.
But it's a good point. We, like I said, all this time we've mostly reached out to Muse, and we should be for the Cecil events hitting all the Cecil schools definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. They can just take a PDF, and if they're willing, and just share it with the parents.
I'm
So-
putting down that you're doing it.
I'm sure I can. I can ask.
Lauren will ask about.
Yeah, it's nice having a contact.
If you have, like, if you want to do it for fishing derby
Yeah.
or whatever, just let me know.
Yeah, and we'll do it. I mean, we'll do it for the Easter egg hunt too. We'll have
And the
flyers.
movie nights, but they're not in school then. That's the only problem.
What?
Movie nights.
Yeah.
We could take a crowd in then.
We could even ask them to send out the one that you have all the dates on.
Yeah.
Instead of bothering them with every
That's true.
event.
That's a good
That's
idea.
smart.
And I think they'd be willing. We'd have to see. It just
Yeah.
depends.
No, that's fine. That's a good idea.
Jack, will you get my candy again for the movie night? The candy bars on the Sam's order.
Yeah. Okay,
Or I
so-
could look for a deal. I know you don't like BJ's, but they had a deal.
Well, I mean, if they have a deal, I'll go there.
Okay.
I don't care. Yeah, I mean,
I'll
I
keep an
agree
eye out
that
for that and hot dogs.
Sam's has a bigger selection for the most part.
I have to belong to both.
well, BJ's has maybe 2 choices for,
I know.
for everything. Sam's has 3 or 4.
Hey, we're getting a Costco
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
up at Old Mill. Old Mill.
Oh my gosh.
Where
Now
the
I need to
mall
belong
used to be,
there.
right? Where the old Washington Mall?
Oh my gosh. I've been
That's
wanting a
right.
Costco
Yeah.
so bad.
Where the Washington Mall?
I've been
was.
wanting, this is like my dream.
Don't know how long
There's
it's
one
going
in
to take
Robinson.
to build it.
I don't go to
That's still
Robinson.
South
That's probably
Savannah.
closer than Washington.
No way.
South Savannah, right?
Yeah.
Is that Cabela's or
They're moving Dick's over there, I thought.
well, something was supposed to go in there.
Uh,
And then Menards is going. That's right. Dick's
Bass
Menards
Pro's
is
in
going
South
by the
Fayette.
Old Mill,
Yes. Okay, that's it.
and then Costco's going in where Washington Mall was.
Oh,
Is that right?
They're going to have the whole
I
mall.
can't
finally
wait.
tearing down the mall.
And something else
Yeah, they're
too.
finally
Big,
tearing
something
down the
else
mall.
big is going to go in there too.
What a time to be alive. What about a Chili's? Is there a Chili's
My
going
husband
in?
wants a chili so bad.
I have been wanting to
I
try
saw
their
a gift
triple
card from
dipper.
100 years ago.
Isn't isn't that one in Washington?
No.
We got to go like Pittsburgh
North Shore.
Mills.
North Shore.
No, there's one in West Mifflin.
We're going to take a trip to Chili's, Jack. You got to get the triple dipper, apparently.
Come on.
I need it so bad.
I love the triple dipper. That's
I've never
all I
had
order.
it. I'm going
And
to
then
go
I
on the way to
chicken,
Kennywood.
Chicken and chicken. Okay, gotta
okay,
get
moving
back
on.
on
All right,
track
anyway, I'm hungry.
here.
Okay.
Okay,
Jacques still
Touch a Truck. Getting back to the fact Jack mentioned Richie Meadows, I actually heard from them. They are, Josh did leave the company,
Oh, he was
Yeah, I
great.
know, I liked him so
loved
much.
him.
but they're getting their community action group back, back on track. So she wanted to know what all events we wanted to have Matt. I did tell her that the fishing derby, we're pretty sure we're going to be good, but we may be in touch if we find that there's not many people available to help us. We think. Told her, we definitely would like them to participate in Community Day like they did last year. Also asked them to bring a truck this year to touch a truck because the one they had in the 4th of July parade this year, like second to the big green truck, Lawrence fire truck. It was Braden's favorite thing when he saw that truck they
Wait,
brought.
Richie Meadows?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, and then Also, I mentioned Trail of Treats to them, so just waiting to hear back from her.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Lauren confirmed a CMSD bus this year. I'll get the list together to get a letter out for the Touch-A-Truck. I also talked to my sister, the company she worked for is the big tow company in West Alexander. Remember the one year they brought the truck? Well, they have a couple new ones that she said are really phenomenal. So I've asked her to reach out to them to see if they'd be willing to bring one or both of them. So we'll get working on Touch-A-Truck then.
Do we want to ask McGruff to, I have that contact
Yes,
with that
please.
Elizabeth. What do we want to ask them to come to?
I would ask McGruff, they could come to
Scruff McGruff.
Touch-A-Truck and hang out, like, you know, where the police and fire departments are, you know?
Okay,
And definitely Fall Festival.
okay, so those two, we don't,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know if we wanted to ask them about like the Easter egg hunt or Community Day. I can't remember what we asked them to last year, and it wasn't enough time, so I figured I'll ask them now. So the McGruff,
Crime dog.
like, we don't want
Yeah.
her at the Easter egg hunt,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Who's Scruff McGruff?
Yeah, it's the crime dog.
Chicago, Illinois, 60652.
What?
This is the commercial when you're little.
Really?
Oh,
Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. You don't know that?
No.
no.
Yeah.
So Community Day and Fall Festival.
Well, we have Paw Patrol.
No, Touch-A-Truck.
When's Paw Patrol
Touch-A-Truck.
coming out?
What do you mean?
McGruff can hang out with Paw
With Paw
Patrol.
Patrol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Touch a Truck and Fall
We have all the
Festival.
costumes.
I want the churros at the Touch-A-Truck.
I think that'd be a
Okay.
good thing at Touch-A-Truck.
Yeah.
I did invite the, I sent an email to the pizza guy. I haven't heard back. I have a
That might be
phone
good
number
for
for him.
Parkers,
I'm gonna just
too.
gonna
Oh, the
call him
pizza guy.
tomorrow.
You got what?
The Ninja Turtle
What is
Pizza
it?
Truck.
Churros for
So-
Parkers.
Yes.
Does he have to
the,
pay?
the churros are going to be a hit.
That's a pact.
I bet you.
If he's selling something, it's gonna be a Touch-A-Truck selling something, yes.
He has to pay $50?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean,
you know how to light the oven.
you know, everybody else's volunteers here with their truck. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know, he's selling something, so yes.
So because we had that Frosty Fairy or something. Who did
Yeah, I
we
don't
have
do any
last
of that.
time?
I told him that.
I
Somebody
use
was
it.
selling something.
Yeah,
Um,
who was up
bus.
against who was right here?
Jack's
Kona
going to have to
Ice.
light the microwave.
So
The
we
ice
charge
cream
them?
guy.
Kona Ice.
Kona, that's it.
Kona.
And
So
they
they
give us
paid-
10%.
Oh, they gave 10%.
Mhm.
So should I tell them?
Yeah.
Either 10% or $50 or
Yeah.
something? Okay.
Yep.
It's a $50 minimum.
It's the year they pay up.
Do you have something to give, like for the bus that has like instructions for the, or will we have like something I can give them so they know like when to come and where to park
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what we do is we'll lay out, once we know roughly who's coming, we lay it out.
Okay.
We'll have some up in the upper lot because that's when Public Works brings their toys down to show. We'll put similar stuff there. And then people will come walk through the park. They'll come by the concession stand, right? We got to get on top of the helicopter again this year ahead of time because they canceled it the last minute due to weather.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, so we have a helicopter that lands out in the outfield, and so you got the concession stand, you got stuff going on there. Then here's where the majority of the stuff goes on. So it's throughout the entire park for the most part.
Yeah. Did they? So it was 11 o'clock, right? 11 to 1.
I'm not sure.
I forget. I just checked that.
Yeah, when
flyer.
is it? Because it is Haley's or Riley's recital that day. So I think I'm going to come down in the morning and then I have to leave.
Teresa was making the announcement. Anybody that's going to be renting the pavilions on June 7th, it's Touch-A-Truck, and you can't get into the pavilions till 3.
That's right.
Yeah, she just texted me and said, "Why move it back to May?" I said, "Well, there's a reason why we moved it to June, because the last 3 years we got pretty much rained out."
Yeah.
Hmm. And it was Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
No mother wants to come to Touch-A-Truck. Sorry.
And we are one of the earliest Touch-A-Trucks when we
Yeah,
do it in
everybody else
May.
is later, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
11 to 2.
they have Touch-A-Truck through August.
11 to
I
2,
know.
That is what I told them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
do
rained
the-
last
I
year.
Unless you
assume that
combine
the
it with
vehicles
Community
need to be
Day,
there
but
earlier,
that's
right?
just
Yeah.
not
Well,
Yeah.
We usually
Fall
That's-
Festival,
They
they
are.
used to have the
10.
car show.
Okay, I'll have to
Between
let them
9:30.
know.
the day
I know
before.
The,
Or was it?
the event was
Car
from
show
11 to
and
2,
the
so
festival
I'll
at the
let them
same
know.
time.
I remember that
Yeah.
as a
That's
kid.
That
That's
way we can get 'em settled
89,
in.
90.
Yeah.
I could see us doing that.
you have
But-
this?
It might be something.
Yes,
I
that's where
mean,
I got it.
we're
Yep.
advertised, but we could move it if it's a problem.
Well, we just have to decide. you
Yeah,
know.
we do.
You-
What are our other options, though?
What's the question?
Thing of it is, that's it. We looked at all the holidays like
Correct.
Father's Day, Mother's Day.
We already moved it once
all our
because we had
other
it on
events,
Memorial Day
yeah.
weekend, and I was like, that's
And
just
like
not going to
Jack said,
go.
the last 3 years, May has still been too cold and crappy. And
I know.
You got dumped
know.
on.
It's
about-
going to be beautiful this year. I watch because I am camping Mother's Day
I mean,
weekend.
if they're fine with not being able to rent the pavilions till 3, I personally would not want to move it.
That is probably like the graduation.
It is going to be a big graduation day party,
Like that's a big.
What
people
day?
because school
even
just
have it
ends on
even
the
before the
2nd,
graduation
and they have
June
it that
7th.
weekend after.
for high school.
Yeah. We could move it to Flag Day. That's Father's Day weekend. It's a little bit more appropriate.
Who came up with that date? That's a lousy date.
We moved it from Memorial Day
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
yeah.
I was like, ain't no one coming on Memorial Day
And you don't want to move it. Yeah.
earlier.
Then we're getting back to the date we were at.
And we're back to rain. We do have, looking at May 24th, that's Memorial Day. May 17th, that's the weekend before Memorial Day.
just
That's a
week
weekend
later.
after the rain that we usually get.
May
Gives you an extra
sucks.
week. But that's early, like you said.
You guys decide. I mean,
I'm
Well, the thing of it is, now we're going to run into people that come in
right.
tomorrow morning and book the things for June.
Knowing that they're,
I think we have to stay with that
I
this
think so
year.
too.
I think we could put it on the table next year. It's done.
So June 7th.
Table it.
Yeah.
Well, as long as Teresa tells them now.
I didn't hear what.
As long as Teresa tells them now, like if somebody is
Right.
having a graduation
And
party.
she is, yeah.
Yeah, she made an announcement to everybody in line out there.
Okay.
And the schedule of events is out there, and it's been out there. So there are people counting on that date. But yeah, let's think about that for next year.
Yep, did not think of
And
that.
let's see how it goes this year. See if we ever really, if it does
Yeah.
really.
Yeah,
And
I
the
just-
churros will be there, so we have that.
Cool beer.
Okay.
The churros.
Community Day Barb update.
So, we have the, inflatable, wait a second. We have the quote from them, which is exact same as last year.
So we need
So
a
there's
motion
like the-
to approve this quote.
Yeah, so it's $14.65. That includes the setup. It's exact, there's no price increases. The 2 inflatables, and what was the other thing?
And were they
The-
busy? I wasn't
the
there
dunk
last year.
tank.
Were they like busy? Oh, yeah. How did the duck tank go?
Oh,
With the
once
waivers?
Once the one guy from McDonald got in it and did it,
My guy.
then it was continuous.
Okay.
But
How-
it did take
Was it
somebody-
worth it? Because I know the liability and everything. I just wanted to put that on the table.
Are
I
they
know there
water
was.
inflatables
We were
or
worried
what?
about that last year.
Yeah.
And if we're cutting cost, you
You have
know,
waivers too. I mean,
right? That was a lot to manage.
I don't think they were, though. I think
It went pretty
Yeah.
easy. I mean, who all was going to be here from the board on that day? Because I know last year it was, were you there, Arden?
Nope.
It was
Mm-mm.
me.
but we moved it back to
Jason.
the weekend Arden could be
Well,
there.
Yeah.
Heather was there, or was she-
Heather,
Yeah,
me, Jason, and Heather. I mean, it was a lot. Like we really.
it was a lot to
But we're
manage.
gonna
I
have more
remember
volunteers
that.
this year.
Okay.
We already know that. I mean, we can already be pretty
I'm okay
sure.
with cutting something back if it's going to save us money.
I think it's more manpower than anything else.
Right. Because when it comes down to it, yeah, volunteers will come, but like, are they showing up? Like, we always have that worry.
Yeah.
And if we could save a couple bucks, we have enough going on. We have, the games, we have the vendors, and we're having more community tables this year.
Sturgeon Fire Hall.
Yeah, tug of war.
Yeah. I think if you kind of paint the picture of what community day should be, then you put the pieces of the puzzle together. It's just, what is the outcome we want to have in community day? It's got to be different than anything else we're doing, and it can't be similar to Fall Festival,
Right.
Because it would be like Fall Festival number 2.
A mini.
What do we want to happen in community day?
I think our driver is kids.
Well,
for
and what the kids
community.
loved was the slide with the inflatables.
Correct. I
Supposed to
think
be
keep that, but I'm
unity-
thinking cut the dunk
unity.
tank.
I mean, I'm fine with not doing the dunk tank if everybody, and we could even, like, down the road say, okay,
Add it
somebody
on
comes
last
up
minute
with
or
a good
something.
idea to
Yeah.
spend that money on instead of a dunk tank,
Exactly.
I'm fine with that.
Because like, what is it? The water cost to fill it up? We had to deal with that.
It's good, 500, it's probably gonna go up this year, so it's
Correct,
probably
like-
gonna be about 600 for 500.
I'm fine with cutting the duct tank.
gross.
My vote's in.
gross.
And I think we keep the inflatables, do the cost savings on that, and then maybe add if we could get maybe some type of entertainer. Remember, we wanted to do the Wild World of the juggler guy. Remember, we had the list there.
And there's
The
actually
stilts, the guy on stilts.
Giggles the clown, I found out, is
See.
still performing.
Let's do that, Wendy. Let's put
And
some.
actually, what's his name that we had that one Easter? He's back to doing some events. The one
Oh.
that
The walking guy, the guy that walks around?
the guy, yeah, he was in the room here and he did
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
balloons the
yeah.
whole time.
Yeah, that's good.
What's his name? But anyway, he's back to doing some events.
Yeah, I'd like to do like some type of kid show, and I think we could allot
So
for the
I can
entertainment.
check with him and see if he's available on this date instead of the dunk tank
Can we?
because he was really good.
There was a time that everything was outside, and then they said, "Oh no, we're going to bring it inside." So they actually had the Easter egg hunt in here,
Right.
and over in remember over in Generations. And this guy came in, and he just kept everybody entertained. But
Yeah.
that was right in here. I had forgotten about that.
It'd be nice for like some type of stage show.
What about that animal guy?
Well, they're going to do.
We think we're gonna have.
Fall
Are we
festival.
doing him for fall festival? Because that was a big hit.
Yeah, that would.
But like a magician or like
How much were they?
he was only like $500. Wild
Yeah.
World of
I
Animals.
think it was 450.
And other townships
I mean, I'd
do
rather
like
have something
shows
like that
with
than the dunk tank myself.
same.
Something the
I
kids
think
will
we're
get
onto
involved
something
with
here.
and-
Now we have a little bit of wiggle room to use it for like a time slot for the event.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot of things going on at once because you have the
Mhm.
cornhole tournament, which is like a big thing because there's prizes and money, and we really should get more people to.
Do we have a big turnout for the cornhole?
No.
No, but we didn't advertise it that.
I'm okay with cutting that.
You're done on Facebook. You don't know how much we advertise.
I don't,
it.
that was a
People
lot.
tell me that they don't know about it. So, I mean, we could have it like on the
Yeah,
board.
Well,
not
there's
a
no
problem.
question about that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't
Now
think
that
it's.
they got the new thing.
I mean that was a big part of it, and then the inflatables. I mean, that was what was popular, but it was a lot of work to tell you the truth. Like we
Mhm.
need actually more help with it than what
Right.
we had.
We got to
if we're gonna
simplify
do this.
the
Like, this
different
was
directions we're
Stephanie's baby
going.
when she started it, we had a lot of games going on.
Yeah.
Like that was
And we didn't get a lot of signups for those. So I think we need to
we
think
had
about,
no signups for those.
yeah, just
And
doing
so
more of like a day of approach because we tried to get,
nobody signed up
pedaled.
online. We were just getting kids that.
and then we had
day.
prizes, that's extra. So I agree. I think we need to look at the numbers of what we had for signups. And I'm okay. I'm not a cornhole person, but I don't think that was a lot of going into it. Remember, we needed official boards we have to get this year. That's a big cost that we're going to have to.
But we already have them. We may as well use
No,
them.
Well,
ours
no, they're
aren't
not
official.
official. And
No, they're not
I don't
good.
want to
But
deal with
we
all
have
that.
Somebody willing to
Like,
let us use their.
It's just a kid's day. Like, it doesn't need to be
I
serious.
agree. I mean,
Do you know?
is the kids market going to be the central?
That's what we're doing
They're
here.
already
This is a
confirmed.
kids community day. Like the focus on the kids, but bringing the community together, I think is the mission.
Honestly, I think
We also had the chili eating and we did the pie eating.
Not
Yeah.
last
Not
year.
last year. We cut those. Yeah.
Those weren't as good, but
if
you
we
know.
if we incorporate kids in kids community day or community day, all about the kids, or something.
I like
something-
all about the kids. I
Yeah.
like that.
That's what we do here at the board. We focus
I
on
like
kids. That's what we do.
if we dropped the dunk tank.
Yes, dropped.
And I
Cornhole.
can check with the clown guy. And then we also have the animal show at Community Day as well.
I
So I was
think
thinking, I
so.
was like-
That brought a big crowd at Fall Festival, and that gives like the younger ones to be able to sit down and like,
If they're available.
and we
yeah.
could advertise the time slot like from this to this, like, and that's my idea of Community Day, like to have like it'd be nice to have karate demo, like that's where
Oh,
they
I'm sure we could
belong.
get that.
you know,
what
like
happened to them last year?
I didn't see them at Fall Festival.
Oh, she's
No.
beyond us now.
Oh.
She's down in Nashville.
Yeah, can we get a karate time slot for the
Josie.
stage?
Yeah.
Forget about
Oh, I know.
her.
I've been following her.
She's like on her way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
we're
knew
not.
it
We
was
can't
either
afford
last
her this
or
year.
not.
We caught her at the right time.
Yeah.
We got her at that.
Yeah, I think we need a
Sweet.
karate stage.
Yeah.
We need. I think Heather wanted to do a CPR demo. Like, I'd like to have just like let's do some stage stuff for Community Day.
Master Nom doesn't have a problem in the grass. He likes the grass. Okay. But who is it? Was it Master the other
other one from,
Taekwondo guy? he likes the stage. All right, they like to do that.
I like a
dragon
stage
dance.
show. I think that's cool.
He could have the stage right where it usually
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Put
it's
'em
just a
on.
matter of scheduling. I mean, the problem is some of these bands are coming in, they want 2-hour setups. And it's like, no, we can't do
No,
that.
we can't accommodate.
So last year, what I tried to do is have somebody in the grass while the bands are setting up.
It worked out really good, I think. What you did, I think, worked out great.
Thank God for Gary Schwartz, because he's the one that pulls it all together.
He's the best.
Yeah.
I just want him to play music for an hour. I just want to like pay him.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
Okay, motion to approve inflatables quote minus the dunk tank.
I'll make the motion.
All in favor? Oh,
Aye.
second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I
Okay, so that's that.
think that's a really good
Do
move.
you want Barb to get hold of him to drop the dunk tank? Okay, will you
Yeah.
take care of that, Barb?
And
Okay.
then we're gonna do the duck race that day too?
Yeah.
Okay.
To be determined. We got to get pricing on ducks, and we got to test it.
Yeah, we got
And that
to.
gives us money for that.
Yeah.
Will you get hold of the animal guy? And see
Yeah,
if he's
Wild World.
available? Yep, Wild World.
What
Animal-
time do you want him?
Um,
If we could just work everything around him, he's like our first show.
yeah, yeah, I
right?
think that's a good
That's a
idea.
good point. Yeah.
So what time do you think?
Yeah. Our thing is 10 to 2, right?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
We're talking about Community Day now.
We're back on Community Day.
All
Do you just want to do
I know
11?
you had digressed
Are we still doing the kids thing?
Kids market. Yeah.
Kids market?
Can we make sure we align with the time? Remember that drama?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's coordinate with them to find out
Yeah.
Please.
when they have to be in.
Yes.
How much setup time, when they can start, and when they're going to leave.
Are they set
Yes.
up at all?
Okay, they're confirmed, but I gave you
Okay.
her contact information so you could make those arrangements.
So we want them to come a little bit early, but not,
They usually ask for an hour ahead of time for setup. So if it
So
starts
when do
at
they
10,
set
you're
up?
supposed to be here 9.
Set up at 9.
At 9, if not before.
Okay.
well, what
So-
was the problem last year? Like they told people to come at 9 or?
No, it was like a half hour. It was like no
That
big
people
deal.
were showing up at right before, and they didn't. They were still setting up when the whole thing was supposed to start, and then they were done like in 1 o'clock, and it's like,
I
wait a
think
minute.
part of that happened because they gave us 2 different times
Right,
initially.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
That's why I want to get ahead of that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying we've got to nail them down.
Yeah.
and put it on.
Say
them
this
to-
is it.
Yeah.
And 4 hours is a long time, I think.
And
too,
so
for
if
some
we're
of
gonna,
these
if
kids.
it
Like,
starts
they
at
do not
10, then
know.
I'll do this Wild World of
Fame.
Animals at 11.
Okay, Barb. That's all they want is 4 hours. They don't.
I was gonna say, that was even a lot for them. A lot of them were fading way before that.
My understanding was one of those hours was set up. So really they're only
Open.
for 3 hours.
And they put a lot of work into what they do.
Then they changed the coordinator, and she said something different, and it's like, I don't understand.
Okay. I'll get a hold of her this week.
Okay, so I'm going to go for Wild World at 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I think they're 45 minutes. But
On
I'll
the
confirm.
stage.
On stage.
All right, find out if they need.
Microphone and stuff
Yes.
like that. Okay.
Are we opening it up to like businesses in the community
Yeah,
too?
Yeah.
Community Day, businesses can come in.
Okay.
We want them to do something interactive with the kids, whether they have a Plinko game or whatever. But that day, we don't do any adult craft booth sales.
Yeah, they
food
can't
because We
sell.
don't want them competing with the kids.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We went to the South Fayette one last year, and that's what it was like all businesses just
Yeah.
like giving
Oh,
stuff out.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raising
Peters
Cane's,
Township too. That's what they do. It's like
Raising Cane's is already scheduled to be here. Like I said, Richie Meadows will probably come. And I have our list from last
Okay.
year.
they had the library at South Fayette.
You know what? I saw that. I'd like to
Yeah.
have the library come. There was somebody else I just noticed. That
Yeah,
went
should we
to
get
some of these
Cadensburg
and-
Library here? Isn't that
Good
like
idea.
our library for the township?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
so
volunteer to their book club. I'm gonna be there next
Yeah, can we
Thursday,
get
so I
them
can- so I
involved
can
with our
ask them.
community day? That would be awesome.
Mhm.
And they had a mascot, but it
Oh.
They
was,
do. They have
but
that
it's
dog,
the-
right?
it's the director's son, and whenever he doesn't have like
Yeah. A
soccer
game,
or
yeah.
college or something.
Yeah,
then
we
he can
definitely
do it.
need to
He never
pull the
did it.
library into Cecil. There's not a big imprint.
No, there's
No,
one
they're
in
not
McDonald.
here.
Mm-mm.
but-
Well,
But
they
Sarah's-
Oh, McDonald
There's-
Library,
Cecil
though.
Township donates to Sarah's.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Library, so,
and we have a Saras's update every month. Saras's library update.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, she comes here, so let me get you her contact information, Andrea. Yeah. And talk to her. Start with her because she lives in Cecil, but she's
Yeah, that's what we need.
yeah. and see what you can work out with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Andrea Raymer is her name.
okay, and I talked to DJ Matt, and he again is not raising his prices on us, so that's $300 for the DJ.
Oh, that's a good deal.
So, motion to approve DJ Matt at $300.
I'll make the
For
motion.
Community Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Something I forgot to mention, I'm turning this off because I don't want it on tape. I'm going to be giving Arden $100 to get the card, well, the gift card, right? So ultimately what we're going to do is we're going to buy $300 worth of gift cards, $25 increments for a variety of things. Okay, so they could be prizes, they could be giveaways or something like that. We're going to get 100 from Doc's, 100 from Billy Ann's, 100 from DeFelice's, and if we can figure out somebody else, we'll get
Johnny's.
Huh?
Johnny's.
Gianni's, yes. So I gotta get you $400. And we're gonna have those as backups for something. It's not gonna be the prizes for
Kids.
like cornhole or anything like that, but we're gonna have them kind of to support those venues for helping us all the time, but also having something when we need
A last minute, yeah.
something to give away. So we're gonna get that started this week.
Can you get them in like two $50 increments just in case we need to split it? Like if you're gonna get 100, get like two $50 ones.
I was thinking 425.
Yeah,
Oh, perfect.
think
Okay,
five
you're
to
ahead
20.
of me there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do whatever you want.
No,
No,
I agree. I
49.
just don't want it to
45's
be
good.
$100. I'm like,
Right.
oh, how are we giving that
Yeah,
out?
the only big ticket item that's going to be the prizes for cornhole, and that's remember the year, well, you weren't here, the year that we had like nobody signing up
Yeah.
for cornhole. We upped the prize, and man, we had 18 participants in almost overnight. So it is a money driven.
I know. That's what I mean, though. If we don't have it,
And- yeah,
that's what I
and-
was like.
Yeah. Motion to drop cornhole from Community Day?
I'll make the motion.
I think some people still like it. I have to say, I'm not for that, but
Well, then you vote against it.
I
Second?
vote against it.
Second?
I'm thinking.
Or we could table for next meeting.
Yep.
Because I just think it's too much of it. I thought there was negative feedback from it, and I just don't want a negative situation. That's all.
Same people win every year.
Yep.
Right. I just don't want to deal with the drama. We're here for the kids. It's
And it's always so hard getting the sponsors for
the
it.
sponsors, the headache of that.
So we could just have the cornhole out there for people just to play.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But there's no contest.
I do not think we need a
You're
tournament.
totally right about that comment. It's the same couple, but 2 years in a row.
Happens to be my boss's son and his wife.
And that's
Okay.
fine because I'm sure they like practice and get ready for it. But I just don't think we have a big enough demand
Yeah.
for putting out that kind of money. Unless we could make it, if we could come up with a solution of it being more family friendly and it's not going to be a tournament.
Division too. I mean, there were kids that won.
But
That's
they
what I
ended
mean.
up
So
playing with the adults.
if we would have
Didn't
just,
they win? The kids won.
They won third place.
yeah, could we move
Okay.
it to a
little
kids
wrestler.
tournament or something? I don't know.
I think that's a good idea. And really, and again, I'm turning the microphone off. It comes down to do we get the range money?
Right.
Last year, we got $10,000 from them. That's the most we have ever received from them. Do we get the gateway money? We got $3,000 last year. We've gotten $4,000, $5,000 in the past. Those were two big ones. That's why I'm not sitting here saying we've got $17,000.
Right. We need to be conservative.
Have either one of those yet.
Right.
And the last several years, by this time, we've had those in-house.
I just don't think there was enough interest to justify the cost behind it.
I mean, we can table
We could
that till
table it for next week or next month and sleep on it and maybe come up with an alternative to still incorporate cornhole.
Me personally, I want to move forward like we're getting it.
Mhm.
Okay, so, yeah, we're not going to be doing that truck that came in from Middle Pennsylvania. And
Oh, yeah.
the guy,
We're not doing Saris. Yeah.
$2,000 like that.
Uh-huh.
So it's good that we're being prudent right now, but I expect it to come in.
Mhm.
For those of you who don't know, we're locked in a pretty bad lawsuit right now with
Mhm.
Range Resource. And hopefully they can separate the two. And I think they can, and I think they will.
Mhm.
It's just we haven't heard a thing yet.
Right. So yeah, it's nothing we need to decide overnight. We're not advertising for Community Day or anything, but
If we do get any of that money, then yeah, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with, I mean, last year, $45,000 came in.
right.
The board only asked, the board of supervisors only asked that we break even, right? So technically, we only used $6,000 out of the park fund because 45 of it was donated, right? That was all spent, all used. I thought it went exceptionally well. The problem is, we're looking at a $17,000 to $20,000 hole right now that I'm hoping it should be filled by April. I hope.
I hope so too.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be candid with you.
Yeah, we have to just tread lightly with what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's why you've all been hearing me saying, well, we got to,
Yeah.
I want everybody to know why.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to just table that then and see.
Yeah,
about
let's
next month.
revisit.
Anyway, I
Okay.
vote to get rid of it.
That works.
Mhm.
Cruising Classics, of course, that's not our event, so we will be working the concession stand that day, which, it's a nice day for us to make some money.
We'll start the donut drama closer
Yeah.
to.
So, and
How
then-
were the donuts? Did the donuts work out?
I think they did.
What did you do, Duncan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barb, didn't you get them at Dunkin' Donuts? Didn't
You know what, though? I wouldn't mind getting them at Angelina's.
Oh yeah.
Where's that?
It's the one over
South.
by me near Vincent's.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what, I got a cream-filled donut there the other day. It was the best one I've
Everything
ever had
there
in
is
my
so
life.
good.
I was open at that opening.
I tried to get her to donate. She never got back, but I had to go in
She
person.
did donate one time to
Did
something,
she?
though.
Okay.
But I mean, it's been a little rough on her. I mean, she's down there in
sure.
that gully, and
Where's it at?
Yeah. Next to
by
Vincent's. Yeah.
You know where
Oh, okay. Oh,
She has really good chocolate chip cookies.
Oregon and South Point Road? down
Oh,
there?
where the Jeep's
By
parked.
the park place.
Jack,
I always
by
drive
Reed
by
Park.
there.
What
but
are
I
we
never
doing about
once
that
tried to
Jeep?
see this thing.
But then that would
It's
help
still there.
her. Yeah.
please.
Is that
Can
by
I,
the
like,
Jeep-
call it
Is
in?
that by the Jeep Cherokee that's parked across?
It's
my
still
God.
there.
Why does
Across
that,
the
why
road.
does that bother you guys?
registration has to be expired.
I laugh every time I drive by.
It's
Think of this.
long been expired.
Can you text me the number?
I'm sorry.
It's
go
like
ahead.
it's off the road. Are you going to go up there to somewhere?
No, Wendy, it's not just that it's off the road. It's on this angle that is not supposed to be. No one's supposed to be
But
parked
see,
like
my whole
that.
family knows about you, because every time we drive by, we laugh and go, "Oh, there it is."
Yeah,
Just-
it's all dethawed.
still there.
The snow's dethawed, but it's
Still
going
there.
on 2 years.
Okay, anyway, so that
Okay.
there's a
That's
donut
cool.
place
Yeah.
there. I mean,
Yeah, just
we're-
turn
and they are
turn
so
left
good.
at the Jeep.
Yeah, they're so good. So let's think about using them for them.
Okay,
Um,
moving along.
okay, movie night. We need to pick 2 movies.
Moana too, because we have to do it before
Yes,
our
Moana.
friends in June. Remember?
Moana 2, is that what it is?
But we have to make sure you could get that because it is new and it's like release date.
What is it?
Moana 2.
Wicked.
And then,
Oh,
how does
Wicked's
everybody
too
feel about the
long.
Wild Robot for the other one?
Yes.
I never heard of that.
Oh, it was really good.
Was it?
Yeah, and it was really reviewed well too.
How
Oh, yeah,
long
was
is
up
it?
for like best picture. I mean,
Yeah.
I think-
Huh?
How long is it?
About the same as any
Okay, perfect.
any standard kids movie. Yeah, I can look it up. You looking it up?
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
The Wild Robot.
So Moana is anticipated March 2025 for the
I,
release date.
I know it's just because it's not released. I was afraid to advertise, but we
Can't
don't
believe
have the
Wicked's on
rights.
there.
We have to wait for the rights to advertise,
The
right?
Wild Robot, it says
Yeah.
available now.
Does it say how long it is?
101 minutes.
Oh, that's good.
Rated
Yeah, that's
PG.
perfect.
Yeah, we don't want much past that.
And I'll set up popcorn. I'll be the popcorn girl.
And you know what we could do? Like for the Wild Robot, we could say, okay, kids, make yourself a robot costume out of cardboard.
Something.
And have
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, the
same
best
with
Wild
Moana,
Robot.
you could do something.
I wish if we do get the money, to get like a princess to come to the movie night. You know, that's what a lot of other
Oh, she'd
townships
probably
are
work
doing.
with us.
Like the royal princess engagements.
Yeah.
They're
For
like,
Moana.
She'd
yeah,
work with us.
they're like
a good
coming
idea.
to, yeah. So if that might be a move if they have a Moana to have her there.
I think they
They have
had her at
Moana.
Sweet Sunday.
Did they?
I think she was there.
Yeah.
We had them at
Jacques be the rock.
Fall
Right.
Festival.
Dress them up.
Moana wasn't.
Right,
What's his
but
name?
We had the
What's-
princess
She was talking
engagement.
about
What's
Moana.
Moana's
Right, that's what I say. I don't think they have
the
that.
guy?
Yeah,
the big guy.
She was at Sweet Sunday.
Oh, she was for
No.
the princess engagements, or okay.
That voice.
Little
Dwayne.
sis, big sis. My kids say that.
You were gone forever.
All right, so is this Moana 1 or Moana 2?
2.
That's the one?
Yeah,
That's
with little
available
sis
December 4th.
of 2020.
4.
Okay, so it's ready.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, look.
Well, isn't that when it got in the
That might have been
theaters?
cheated.
It was in theaters in November.
Yeah, was it?
Well, see, we go through Swank, and if they're in the theaters, we still buy the royalty for it.
That guy with the hook.
That's a big deal.
So December 4th is probably when it got released to
To Swank.
television pay-per-view.
But we
It's-
should be able to
It's
get
like
it.
$20 online right on Netflix to buy.
And if we do it right, if you want to get 3, we get a discount.
Yeah, so here we
If
go.
we-
That's why we want to pick them.
Pick a Christmas one.
Well, you didn't do a movie
Yeah.
at Christmas.
We cut the movie at Christmas.
You could do like Christmas in July, like you.
There you go.
I love Christmas in July.
Or the Paddington one looked cute too. I haven't seen it, but
Oh,
they
the Paddington one looks
Is it
really
good?
cute.
Moana's
It
the
did.
best.
they suggested having kids bring their teddy bears and do a tea party with the teddy bears.
Well, our neighbors are doing Moana 2, and we wanted to possibly do it before them. Was kind of the.
yeah, I think do that one
stretch.
first.
When
Yeah.
are they doing theirs?
I want to. Remember, you were like, "Oh, that's perfect. We'll do it in June."
Yeah. I mean, we could consider adding a movie night to get all 3 and
Well,
What months are they as of now? June and August.
yeah.
Okay.
We didn't do July because we have Community Day and
It'd be too long of a day to.
yeah.
I was like, could we add it on to an event? But it's just too
People on
long.
vacation. And
Yeah.
Lauren, do you have this?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that. Yeah. I thought you meant
And
the
we
movie
used to,
catalog.
we were gonna do one before, the night before Car Cruise, and it was too much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we always have Christmas too, so, you know.
Little
If
sis.
you wanna just think through, we have to get 3 of them, sorry, to get the discount.
Yeah.
So,
how big a discount is it? I mean, is it worth?
what's that?
How big of a discount is it?
Yeah.
When is
15,
the-
20%.
When is the movie nights again? June. No.
We have the
June
21st and the
June
August
21st
9th.
of August.
All right. Well, let me see where I'm at. Okay, I'm camping the 21st. I am here August 9th. Yeah, I'm here.
What I'll do is tomorrow I'll find out individually how much they cost,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then what the discount would be if we've got 3, signed up for the entire year.
Okay.
I was like, you could play one during fall festival setup, but nobody would stay to watch it.
Wednesday.
Yeah, well,
I don't think.
at night.
There's
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
It gets dark early.
You do Beetlejuice around Halloween.
Yeah, that's September-ish.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That
like
was on
have
there.
something
We
to
could even-
play.
Probably do that in here.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
a good point.
People would
because
like
we always-
Beetlejuice.
We always have trail of treats during the day. If we had it at night, where the kids
Yeah.
could come through and then have the movie,
Be spooky.
have them start like here and walk through, get their candy and everything, and end up at the screen
Mhm.
and have hot chocolate and that kind of stuff or something like that.
Yeah, it'd be the dark trail of treats.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know them.
Do you
and
think
no, I
the
have a wedding
companies
that
do the tables though are going to want to do them that late in the day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is,
Yeah.
and I love the sunshine.
That's a paradigm shift for everybody, I know, but
Yeah.
it kind of follows through with the whole Halloween at night, versus
But we could still do a movie night for Halloween.
Do you just want to do movie night in here
and do it in here?
oh
and-
yeah,
In the-
I'd do it in here
in the
anyway.
off
and make this a little
season?
bit spooky. in
Yeah,
here.
like we could just like just try it out, and we could sell candy bars. That's it. And
Well, we could have popcorn, but
yeah, cut the popcorn with a
have
mess.
to talk nice to John Kaufman because he'd have to clean it up.
Yeah, we could just like have just like a little table concession stand and just do a small movie night in here and just play it, and we'll sit out there.
Yeah.
Done.
All right. Then what I'll do is I'll get you individual movie prices, like how much it is if we just get one versus get a package of 3 and see if it's worth it. And then you guys decide what movies you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
and then we could do an optional third in here.
Beetlejuice is PG-13, but
Oh yeah, we got to do PG or
we could
PG.
probably find something.
I don't want to like be awkward with the parents. I'd
Yeah,
be like,
PG-13 might be.
yeah. But if we could, I like the spooky idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fall Festival, Arden and I and Jack are moving along with getting vendors and everything. We also have already talked to Mike the Balloon Guy about the bounce houses and stuff. Couple of you looked at that last band and said you really liked them.
Oh yeah,
So-
I
Yeah.
did.
We got to get back
There's
to looking
some.
at
Yeah,
that band
41.
list and see who
I like
liked what and
51.
how
I
much
love
these
Poverty
things
Not
are.
Hillbillies.
Yeah. So is there anything else though right now about community day? I mean, about Fall Festival? Jack's already talked to Gary, right?
Yeah, Gary's on board.
Yeah.
And just as a side note, we're working on getting Wi-Fi out into the park so that we can do the swiping and that type of thing. We've got 2 issues at hand right now. We're going to have the ATMs as often as we can for a variety of things. It's going to depend on crowd size, and that's what it's going to come down to. And then we're going to have a separate system for payments. We're still going to have cash to accommodate that crowd, but we're also going to have credit cards and debit cards and that type of thing. So that's the other reason we need the Wi-Fi out there.
Yeah. Sounds awesome.
We're coming into the 21st century.
I know.
We finally.
Not with pavilions.
Okay, I'm working further with Raising Cane's. Jack has a couple forms he has to get signed for me, so before we can confirm everything with them.
I haven't signed tomorrow.
Huh?
I haven't signed tomorrow.
Thank you.
Dawn's on vacation next week, so I'm going to be sitting in his office.
Okay, thank you so much. Gianna's, we want that code, and what we're gonna do then is we're gonna ask them if they would start this whole thing off with us presenting their QR code by actually having a fundraising night for us where we get a percentage of whatever they do that night as well. So that's
Okay.
why we're waiting on that for that.
Oh, good. I want pizza.
Instagram page, Jack does have to talk to the supervisors about that.
Okay.
So that's on his to-do list.
I asked him 3 questions this past week, and all 3 were no, so I figured I'd
Oh.
hold off on that.
I've heard more and more people lately saying they're very much noticing people are not paying as much attention on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's very obvious. People just don't like the way it's going, so. And I hate reels.
Oh,
I
Oh, I
love
like
Facebook,
Reels.
but
I know
I was
you're putting everything with the girls on reels, and I'm like,
yeah. Now I'm a Facebook girly, but that's how I was raised. Like I was the one. Like you had to be in college to have a Facebook. Like that was my generation.
yeah.
I think a lot of families might be on Instagram, like the younger
Yeah.
families we might be able to reach on there.
Yep.
Um,
So anything else? Any new business, other new business?
are we committing to Moana? Sorry, like for the first.
I think definitely we want Moana for the first movie.
Yeah, we wanted
Do
to.
you guys want me to
Yeah.
look into? Well, I kind of looked into it a little bit, but the scavenger hunt that I had mentioned.
Oh yeah,
do while they're
for
waiting.
sure.
Okay.
That would be very Moana themed because it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it was mentioned in that guide. That movie
Yeah,
guide.
that'd be
So,
perfect.
I did find online like some little yard signs that we like with stakes of the characters that we could kind of maybe hide around the park and then give them like a checklist to go and try to find them. And
That's perfect. That's
maybe-
what the
it's
trolley
just
museum
something-
does. You just give them a checklist with like they had to find
Yes,
6
at
colored
Christmas
eggs.
time-
Yeah,
oh, they
and the
did
egg
say-
one too. Yeah,
Okay,
just
yeah.
mirror that idea and
Yeah.
then come back with a completed sheet, and we'll have
Can we get like a box of cheap Lay's?
That's
and
what
put
I was
Lay's on the
thinking.
kids?
Yeah,
yeah
Lay's.
Lay's or little Tootsie Pops.
Oh.
Those go a long way.
Are
The
you thinking?
Lays look cheap too.
Okay.
Good.
Lay's are a good idea for Moana.
Are you thinking about having a scavenger hunt before the movie?
While
Yeah.
we're waiting, yeah, we were thinking.
That's a great idea.
I
we
know,
were-
isn't
Set
it?
up when they're all playing frisbee and throwing football and stuff.
Well, we
For that
cook
one,
the
we won't put
churros.
the toys out if-
Then we
Oh,
could.
yeah, I meant during that time.
If we do it right, we could open a concession stand with a pretty decent menu, or B, let Billy Ann come in and do it. I mean, it would come down to advertising, but that now what time would it start? Like 4:30, 5, and then it goes into dark.
The
and
movie
then
usually starts, what, about 8?
Eight-
So
8:30,
like 9,
8:30,
9,
8:30.
as soon as it gets
8:39.
dark enough. I mean, Dan was always pushing it. That's why we always started like 8:15, and it's dark enough. And then
Oh
as it-
yeah.
Most of the time it was not dark enough.
yeah, I'd like to wait till it's
Dark.
pretty dark, and then once because you kind of lose their attention if it's if they can't see it at the beginning. So
You do.
I mean, we could say movies don't start until 9:00, or they start.
We
at
put
9:00.
dusk. We always advertise as dusk.
Yeah, dusk in May is going to be different than.
And
Yeah.
and that gives us like if we're late type, it doesn't have to be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we're going to do the scavenger hunt, how long
Yeah.
is that going to take?
I was just thinking
you know?
scavenger hunt, like because if we start the movie realistically 8:45, 9 at the latest, I would think scavenger hunt 7:30
Ends at like 10:30 and we're out of there by.
because you get to the concession stand at 7, but we don't have anything rolling until 8. That's always a problem. Everyone's like, "What do you got?" And I was like, "We're not open."
Well,
You have to think that through.
Bring enough people down where they would actually have dinner here,
Mhm.
like hot dogs and hamburgers and that type of
Yeah.
thing. So that
We wanted to
that
do a
would-
dinner night.
That would mean we'd have to open earlier. So
Come
Mhm.
enjoy the park for the evening
Yeah.
before the movie starts.
And if we had Moana
Yeah.
come, too, like
Right.
you
Yeah,
that would
mentioned,
be really
and
nice.
the
Right.
scavenger hunt. they might
And this will
come.
be the first time Moana's 2 is played in the neighboring townships in this area.
Yep.
yeah, that's where the advertising. We've got to make it loud and.
That's what I
proud
mean.
because
So can you get me the advertisement to get it out there now?
it comes with it. As soon as you
Right.
rent it, you get the advertising.
Yep, that's what we're waiting for.
So I mean, he's going on vacation. I'm going to get the credit card. I
Mm-hmm.
have a week alone with it. So
Yep.
I mean, let's make it happen.
Great. Great.
I mean, I was originally just thinking of the scavenger hunt as like something to keep them busy while they wait.
Mhm.
Is that what you're thinking too? Like
Yep.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing too huge. but-
Do you know how to
good
set up the
idea.
movie?
Do you know how to light the oven?
Do you know how to work the grill?
And they can't.
Do you know how to make the churros?
Okay, we're good.
I think I'm going to learn.
Oh, and you can't order the churros on the app. You have to you have to go up to the concession stand person
Now I'm
and order.
curious.
Yeah.
All right,
Looking for something new.
you
We
got
have,
me
like,
curious
grill
on
out,
what
like,
these things
balloons
are.
and-
It's a case. And
Crispies and
like,
stuff, but that
did
would
you
be
know
something
you
new.
could go to the bakery
still,
at
like,
Sam's
lots of
and
time
where they
to
sell the pizza and everything and buy their
From
stuff
8 to 9
bulk?
even, that would
Yeah.
get
So like you could get everything they have up on the
whatever,
menu
whatever they
by
got
the
there.
case,
With churros?
which churros are on the menu.
7-Eleven has them like 2 for $1 or something like
And
that.
then you could get their cookies. We
Yeah,
could
but aren't they outdated?
Looks like an egg roll thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then they come with the wrappers. I was just in Disney and we had like churros in both hands. We were like,
Usually I think it was
living.
free hot dogs.
We need to get Glenn back.
Yeah, where's
wants to come
Glenn?
back.
We need him on the grill.
Oh, he'll come back. Yeah,
I'm just gonna need fully
No, I
trained
meant
if I'm working the
back as a
grill.
board
On the
I know.
board.
yeah.
I've asked every time I see him.
He
I
has
ask.
he has a grandchild now though, which
Oh,
means he's
how
going to
old?
be more into.
Yeah, are we advertising the last position? Is there one more position?
2, 4, 5. Yes. 'Cause Heather, we got one more.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's out on the website. I mean, we've got vacancies on planning. We've got vacancies on zoning hearing.
I know. I was looking at that.
Do we have the vacancy for the board on the big board out there?
We did at one point, didn't
I
you do
thought
that?
it was. Yeah, I haven't looked recently. So
Is Subway back open?
No, they closed down permanently.
No,
down here.
Yeah.
Subway.
no.
Yeah, they.
Me and my daughter always
They-
went
they
there
just-
like
one
once a
day
week.
They were open, then they were closed, and all the employees are at the Route 19.
The Steeler Tesla's there.
Hmm?
The Steeler Tesla.
Yeah, they're yeah, they own that. I think they own the Marathon too.
Oh my
right?
gosh, where am I going to go for lunch?
Yeah, they
McDonald's.
closed on and
Much better.
Oh, is there a new place, McDonald barbecue place? They put something new in. It's like nicer.
I don't know.
Oh, the McDonald's Subway. Are you talking about the Hickory Subway?
No, McDonald's Subway down.
Do you go to Subway?
Oh
from
yeah,
your
but the
house?
parking. Yeah, I pick up Riley Kids World and go to Subway.
Because you know there's one by Valley Brook
Where
near Heisler's.
is there?
Yeah,
Where?
and they're really good.
Where?
When you after you go meeting adjourned at.
Thank you.
Jack. When you go across,
I gotta get back here.
Heisler's is here. You go through the intersection,
It's on the left.
and there's that plaza down in there.
Yeah, I need like good parking. I wreck. I like just back to
You know what? It's not as bad though. I mean, I can't drive. I can't see.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it. But they are so good.
Really,
Yeah,
I
she's
love
gonna be
Cecil
there.
Subway. Me and Riley like crave it. We're like
Well, the old
Subway.
people that used to own that, Jim Greg Rackus and his wife, Kathy
What's gonna go in there then?
Wait, he's Jim Greg
Jim Greg Rackus and Kathy owned it before.
he's part of the band.
That's Jan, my sister, was
Yeah.
Trilogic's controller under Eric Fritz. He's the singer and the
Yeah.
what do they call it? The tunes. Yeah, small world.
Since I don't have you, was Greg Rackus. Just thought,
Skyliner.